Hey everybody, welcome. Oh, it's Vanna's hand.
Just a minute. I got technical difficulties.
Okay, Vanna has technical difficulties. Everybody be patient. She'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Hi everybody. I need an engineer on this end and Vanna's has technical difficulties. So other than that, everything's in great shape. It's just super. Just super. We're just flying high here. Yes. It's a Monday and we gotta act together. I can't seem to turn on the right screen at the wrong time. And is your technical difficulty working itself out?
I'm trying to get it. It's like I can't get the camera down
Oh, okay.
and then held in place. I'm gonna get it though.
Okay,
I'm
well,
getting close to getting it.
we're very much looking forward to that. I tell you, my heart's beating faster just thinking about it in anticipation
Okay.
of you getting it together.
Okay.
There it is. Oh, look at that right there. Right there. It comes together.
It's a little loose, but it's the best I can do right now.
Yeah, well,
I
life's a
don't know
little
why
loose. So
Okay, that's good enough for right now.
you want me to take you off and tell what the drawings are, and then you can
Yeah, do that.
get
Take
get
me
your
off.
get your little sad act together.
Yeah, take me off and I'll get my
Okay.
sad act together.
Oh man, it's just tragic. Okay, sponsored for the first half hour by Needle and Haystack. Thanks everybody for joining us on this Monday night for the Quarantine Stitch Hour. Let's see, tonight we have 3 drawings. Same deal. Vaughn at WeTalkFiber.com is the email address, and your here I'm going to mute you too, Vaughn, in case you say something really nasty.
Okay.
WeTalkFiber.com. Put your name and address in the body, and quarantine is your subject line. And our three pieces tonight. This first one from Needlework Press. I have the actual thing. So from Needlework Press is this one's cool. I didn't even know they made this one. This is called Summer Garden Sampler. Summer Garden Sampler, and that's quite nice. Let's see if I can maybe zoom out a bit and then you can see it better. There. So that's quite nice. So that's one of them, Summer Garden Sampler from Needlework Press. And I'm caught up in the dealie here. But anyway, there it is. You can get a sense of it. So that's one. And these are all from Kimberly Reed, who is a follower who sent us a whole bunch of stuff that she had duplicates of for the Easter thing, and then I couldn't use them all, so she said use them for these shows. So I said okay. And then two of the Bothy thread kits. So that these are full kits, and they come with the threads are already in the card with the symbols on it, and got all the threads. Comes with needles, chart, cloth. This is that sparkled sparkly Ada cloth. So this is 14 count Zweigert Ada, and this one is the Jolly Robin. So that's one of them. Sorry about all the light reflections. Here, see if that helps. There's so Jolly Robin, and then this one's kind of funny. Not my kind of thing, but I thought it was kind of cool. Called Bubbly. Bunch of women in a wading pool in their swimsuits. Is that better? There, that's better. There we go. Here, just get this out of the way. There we go. So it's called Bubbly. That also on the 14 count Ada. So those 3, and this is a kit too. This is a full blown kit. So 2 Bothy kits here, and then the sampler from Needlework Press. So send in your emails and to Vanna at WeTalkFiber.com and quarantine and and name and address in the body of the thing, and we will put you in the drawing. We will put you in the drawing. Some other things. Bonna's still working out technical difficulties, so it's kind of fun to watch. But oh well. So we have Needle in the Haystack sponsoring us. So Kathy Ray, thanks for that. I was checking out a couple of things. Are you set now, Vanna? Okay, unmuting Vanna. It's going to be exciting. Okay, now I think you're working now.
I put my what is that thing? BLT down somewhere. Now I can't find that.
Oh no! Don't step on that sucker. Don't step on that. That'll go right through your foot.
I don't know where the heck I put it. Oh well, it's all right. I can do without it tonight.
Okay. Well, you can look. It's all right. I'm just going to read stuff here that people need to know.
Okay.
So look away here. I'll take you off the screen. Then you can look freely. But I'm leaving the sound on. So
I won't say anything nasty.
So we can hear the eureka when you find it. Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, we are off and rolling tonight. This is fantastic. So, but check out Needle in a Haystack, because Kathy has put up here just in, I think, the last few days, or certainly since I last looked, she has a laser cutter, and so she's been making a lot of stuff with out of acrylic with her laser cutter. She has some really nice needle books and thread keeps and pin keeps. So go check those out at needlestack.com, because she's got some pretty nice stuff there. We're checking out, and I saw one of the thread keeps in Nashville, and actually she's working on making one for Fiber Talk, but they're very nice, very nice. I'm not a big fan of those things, but the ones she makes have a good size and good size holes for putting the thread in. So check that out. She has several of those from her laser cutter available for sale, so that's really worth checking out. And then I'm hoping Vanna will show us her gold work tonight. But we always talk about how rare Kathy has such unusual and rare threads and hard to find stuff. And she has a whole collection of goldwork threads and pearls and all kinds of things. So if you're looking into doing gold work and need supplies, Kathy would be able to provide it for you. She has quite a selection there of things. So check that all out. Needle in a Haystack, needlestack.com. And thanks to Kathy for sponsoring the show. And Vanna's still looking for that. You're going to
found it. Found it. Lord.
Oh man, Vanna,
I know. Okay,
success. Okay, I'm going to put you back on now. You're all set now.
Okay, I'm set.
You got your act semi together. All right.
Kind of.
All right. We should sell tickets just for the sideshow. The usual reminders, folks. The May 1 start of Hannah Longstreth, 15% off that kit at Sassy Jack's. Get in on that, and that's the one that we're going to do on the Mother's Day quarantine quarters. That's the one Vanna and I are going to stitch on, is the Hannah Longstreth chart. And so we hope you'll do the Sal with us, and we'll be stitching on that on Mother's Day. And then on Mother's Day, remember that's from noon to 4 Eastern time, and it's 4 15-minute shows, 4 quarter-hour shows starting at noon, and then in between, then Vaughn and I are racing. So we encourage you to set up races with your friends, set up little competitions, and join us in the fun of afternoon of just stitching like crazy. So that's Mother's Day, and we have 2 sponsor slots left. So if someone's interested in sponsoring, or you know a shop, or if a shop owner, if you're listening and you're interested in sponsoring, check with me. It's Gary at WeTalkFiber.com. Right at the top there where it says Vanna at WeTalkFiber.com, just put in Gary instead of Vanna. And then always looking for things to give away. So if you are one of those people who doesn't keep track of what you buy, and you buy 2 of things and want to get rid of them, check with me, and we'd love to give them away. And then also at the shop page at WeTalkFiber.com is our new Fiber Talk Made Me Buy It t-shirts. So check those out if you're interested. And the registration. We got a little confusion on the registration for the Mother's Day event. Don't send emails to Vonna and me. That doesn't get you registered. Several people have sent us emails with their addresses, and somebody posted on WeTalkFiber.com in the comments their address. Please don't do that, because that sucker goes public. So please don't do that. You go to the WeTalkFiber.com page, and at the top is the article about the Mother's Day event, and there is a link to the registration. It is WeTalkFiber.com/quarters, and that takes you to a form, a Google form that you put your name and address in. That's the only place you can register for prizes for the Mother's Day event, because Vaughn and I are not going to take your address from your email and fill it in. So if you send us those emails, go to that form and fill it in, and please don't put them on the comments on WeTalkFiber.com. I had to get that one out of there in a hurry, because nobody wants their address laid out there like that. So that's Sunday, May 10. Starts at noon Eastern. Join us for that. Set up some competitions so that you can also have some fun with us. And yeah, we'll be coming back at the top of each hour, and we'll discover that Vonna is like a half a motif ahead of me by the second hour. But it won't be because I didn't try. Guaranteed. What else we got here? We have Sunday. Now this one I'm pretty excited about. I hope I'm not the only one that's excited. Natalie Dupuis is our guest Sunday. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll do a little 10-minute podcast, audio podcast, just me, talking about this, so that goes up and goes through the podcast app channel, because that's where our biggest audience is by far. But what it'll do is tell people to go to our YouTube channel, because the show that I did with Natalie is a video. So you'll want to check that out. And if you are not subscribed at our website, or at our YouTube channel, you'll want to subscribe so you get that, because I really enjoyed doing it with her, and I think it's a really informative show about couching techniques and various couching techniques based on her research paper. And then watch that, and then assuming it piques your interest, then probably I'll get it nailed down with Natalie, but probably this following Saturday afternoon, a week from this coming Saturday, we will have a live show with Natalie, so you can ask your questions. So as you listen to and watch that show, if you get interested or are curious about whatever it might be, make some notes and then show up at the live show a week later, and we can ask questions and have a discussion with Natalie. I'm pretty excited about being able to do that with her, and giving you folks a chance to learn from her and all, because she's done a tremendous amount of research and work for that paper, and she does gold work. That's her thing, is doing gold work. So she can help you answer your questions about gold work if you're interested in that, and techniques and all kinds of things. So that's going to be an exciting double thing for starting next Sunday with Natalie Dupuis. Then let's see, Wednesday, Vaughn and I will have the podcast, and Wednesday night we'll be back here again. Then we'll have our regular Friday night show and our regular Saturday night show. Whew, that's it. That's all we got. Except we have winners from whenever we were last here, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We do. And so we're pretty excited that Vaughn is
You
going to tell
gonna
us
say it?
about them. No, you tell it. Because I left mine. I left my copies upstairs.
Okay, I gotta get them. I
Okay.
got them though. I got
All
them
right.
right here, right on the tips of my fingers.
The tips of them.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Our Hannah Longstreth winner was just a minute.
It was a listener who joined us and entered the drawing. And
It was Calkins. Her last name was Calkins.
She put in the subject line, she put in the word Hannah.
Hannah winner,
Right?
and
then her name was drawn from the random sampler section, or the random selection, and her name was, and probably still is, and probably will be tomorrow. Well, if I could just think of
It's
it.
right here.
Oh, we have it.
Pamela
Okay.
Calkins. Pamela Calkins. Pamela Calkins is the winner. Congratulations, Pamela.
All right, Pamela.
And then our weekly winner, our 3 different charts winners from Kim, isn't it? From Kim, whatever.
Kimberly Reed. Kimberly Reed, yes.
Yeah, Kimberly Reed is Sharon Dawes. Sharon Dawes, Dauz, as the last name. Bobby Nelson. Bobby Nelson is the second winner, and Becky Jeffers. Becky Jeffers is the third winner. Congratulations, ladies.
All right.
Have a great time.
All right, we'll get those out to you. We'll get those out to you. The Hannah Longstreth one, that comes from the person who gave it to us, and I threw that piece of paper away. So she'll send that to you, and then Margot will get the others in the mail to you if you are a winner of the others. I want credit tonight. I am doing a Jessica Stitch while we're doing the show with number, what is this? Number 12 Silk Pearl. That is just twists and snags and everything else. So I want full credit for doing a Jessica Stitch while people can watch number 1, but also with number 12 Silk Pearl. I want full credit for that.
Okey-doke. Well,
thank you. Thank you very much. I feel better knowing that you're giving me full credit.
Thanks. You got it. All right.
So do we get to see your gold work?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Let me get this stitch started because I just put an L stitch in. So I want it to make sure that I stay.
Okay. Well, I think I'm getting behind on the comments here. Hang on. Whoa, yeah, way behind. I hear you both thousands of miles away from home, and my family has been horrible. Oh.
I think that's a conversation.
Oh, that was not for us.
Not for us.
I ordered the Whiteworks sampler from Needle in a Haystack yesterday. Ooh, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see, what else? What happened to Poppy Thistle? Wait a minute.
One, two, three. Okay. You want to see it?
Yeah. Well, Poppy Thistle, you have my sympathy, our sympathy, both of us. I can't see what happened, but really sorry. It sounds like it's quite sad. Sorry. Oh, so here, all right, then let me go to all you. Let me go to all you.
Okay.
There, all you.
Okay.
This is the EGA project, right?
Yeah. Let me get it back a little bit. Let me move my thing back a little bit. Oh, good Lord. Why is nothing working with me tonight? Okay. Here it is. It is called Basket of Gold, and it's by
a designer.
By a designer. And so you can't see it there. See, that's all gold wire. And then I couched it down. See if I can get it. So you couch it down with silk right through there, and you have to count and make that design. Now, let me tell you, this is not hard, but the hardest thing is okay, so I had to sink the gold right through here. And so this design, I had to really think about what, to make it, I had to, to get around I had to because you're missing part underneath that flower. So I had to really think about that. Anyways, it all worked out. There it is.
Okay, so yeah, all right. Well, whoa! I got questions.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
So because normally you just lay that to full width and then couch it down.
Yeah.
Okay. So then tell me how you held the thread on either end so it didn't get all scrunched up.
Okay, well, this gold wire is thin enough gauge that you actually sink it underneath the
Oh, okay.
canvas.
Okay.
You didn't really have to hold it.
Okay.
So it's just sunk. And so you would so what I did was so I would lay it all the way across.
Yeah.
So I started at one end, laid it all the way across, and then started doing my design. Then that first line, which was at the top, which was stupid. I probably should have done it at the bottom. But anyways, this is the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I take that back. I couldn't do it at the bottom because I didn't know. You see, this is just free form. There's no counting really.
Right.
You don't know how long this first band's going to be. So I had to do it at the top.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I did it at the top, and then I started my design.
Your
And there
couching.
you go.
Okay, so you're holding thread. I've learned that it's passing thread and holding thread. So did you put just one strand of gold and sink it?
Yeah.
Did you cut a big long one and then keep going back and forth?
No, you don't go. So the gold does not go underneath the back like a satin stitch. It goes across, and you couch it, and then you come up, and then you have to hold it right down right here, and then you come up right beside it, and then go back to this way.
Okay.
Go back to the other side.
Do you mind showing the back side? Okay. Because see, this is the part I'm most curious about is this the sinking, how you handle that gold thread.
Well, I tried to cut it down. Now there's some little knotty right here.
Yeah.
But what I tried to do is I tried to hold it down with my finger until I had it like couched a couple of times.
Okay.
And then when I came back, I tried to like catch it with the silk. But this silk was particularly particularly flyy away.
Oh, flyy away.
And yeah. So, anyways.
Okay, but I'm still not done. So okay, so you got that couching. Now talk to me about getting those threads to lay next to each other, because Natalie was talking about a lot of it is the angle of your needle coming up and going down that helps make sure they stay next to each other, but you can't do it too tight because you have to leave room for the holding thread.
Okay, well, this is done on Belfast. Okay, so this is Belfast Linen.
Okay.
So the way you do this, or the way I did it, was I followed the linen thread.
Yeah.
So
okay.
You see what I'm saying? I didn't worry about it because I had defined holes that I went into.
Yeah.
With hers, the way I understand it, they do it on like a cloth that is like woven, like I don't know what it is.
Well, they do
but
it.
It's all woven.
Yeah, she usually has two layers, like a muslin and then a silk over it.
Okay, so then that would be a completely different approach for that.
Yeah.
And they usually, from what I understand, is they like lay it side by side they curve it back, curve it back, curve it back,
right.
curve it back. You know what I mean? So I'll be doing that down here somewhere.
Okay. Because because we were talking about this, and she had one technique, because she showed in one of hers how she did that curve, and there's some Russian technique she uses to curve those on the surface because the wires are too thick to sink.
Yeah.
But these you could sink. Yeah. But then she talked about doing that if it's your first time, doing it on Congress cloth was a good way to do it because that gave you channels and holes.
Oh.
And so you did the same thing just on linen.
Yeah.
And she said that was a really good way to start because that way you had some guides.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that worked out really well then.
Yeah, it does. And I mean somebody asked how long did this take? 6 hours. Just these two little things. 6 hours. These
Yeah.
are 9 rows, and this is 4 rows. So 9. No, this is only 3 rows. So 3 rows for this one, and 9 for this one. And then how you lay your thread, how you couch, makes these designs. So that's what the ornue is that the couching makes the design.
Right.
So, anyways, what else was somebody said? What does the gold look like before you couch it down? What does the gold? Where is it? How long did it take? 6 hours. What does the gold look like before you use it on the cloth? It looks like gold wire. I mean, I can get it really close. Oh crap! I can't get like all the light, and it's just like it looks like a strand of just like thread.
It just comes out of spool like Kreinig, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just
but
wire.
It's not as thick as. Yeah, it's just wire. From Access Commodities. So, anyways, there you go. There it is.
Okay, so
all right.
Sorry, I'm not done with you.
Oh, okay.
Now, when you couch that, did you find that you were able to get the tension on the holding thread pretty quickly, so that you weren't humping up the gold thread?
Yeah.
So you picked up on that pretty quickly then.
Mm-hmm. I don't pull tight though, because I've like trained myself.
Yeah.
I probably had to pull a little bit tighter than. No, I didn't, because okay, you see that design.
Right.
You see the design in there.
Yeah.
So if you pulled real tight, it would like go down, and you couldn't see the design. You couldn't see black. And so you want to see it so that you just kind of trained yourself after a couple of holes, like, oh wait, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, I didn't have any problem. It's not hard. It's just fiddly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. Hold it up.
Hold it.
I'm trying to
see it now.
I'm trying to get the stuff off the screen so that but it's moving the screen instead. So
I can see it on my screen.
Yeah, you're up in the middle now. Yeah, you're fine. Okay, that's I just wanted to pick your brain on that, because I have that thing coming from Natalie, and so I'm going to get started on that. And so it's okay. I mean, I knew it was tedious and fiddly. That I knew, especially to get it right. And you got it right. I mean, that looks really tight.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Gary.
Yeah, I mean, that
I'm
looks
really
good.
proud of it.
Yeah.
It's big. It's how big is this thing? 16 inches square. So it's big. All right. So there you go.
Okay, thanks.
I
learned things.
Well, thank you. I'm just trying to get my act together today. I am just not together. And when you called, I was so together. And then I don't know what happened.
And then it all came apart
I muted myself. I know, I muted myself, and then all hell broke loose. Okay. Could you please explain sync the wire? Like, okay, so like let's pretend that this is the gold. I went like this. That's what I meant. I just put it in the cloth. That's what it was. Just sewed it into the cloth like you would any stitch.
But that's not always an option with gold work, because some of it is too thick, and you don't have that choice.
Right. Did I practice on the doodle cloth? No. That's just my MO.
I'm Vanna, and I go for it.
I'm using 16-inch squares, adjustable stretcher marks. Eamon, that's what I'm using, 16 inches square. What are those things called that we use?
Adjust-a-frame, yep. That's what they're called.
Anyways, I'm glad when I first started doing it yesterday, I thought, why in the world did I do this? But after I've done it, I'm kind of glad.
Yeah. Well, see, I think it's that way with a lot of stuff. It looks intimidating, and if you just jump in and do it, and take your time,
Mm-hmm.
it really isn't as bad as you think. And
No,
then
it
you
was.
know, and then now look at you got another technique that you at least have some experience with.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty pleased with myself. I just sat
Yeah.
down and so it's sunk in only one spot. No. Okay, so let me get it back out. Okay, so
Here,
it's just like
let me give you the full screen here.
okay.
There you go.
So I had the needle and I don't want to touch it so much. I don't want to touch it, but I came okay, so I loaded my needle with the gold thread. I started underneath the canvas and I brought it up and I drug it all the way across here. Then I went down. And when I went down, then I would come up like far away and just put it on an up through the canvas and just put it on a needle minder to rest to just to hold it because you have to the hold the gold thread with your laying tool to kind of keep it down and to keep it taut as you work it across the thread. So all I did was, I mean, honest to God, it was just like laying a satin stitch up through the canvas. I pulled it across, down, and then I would go away and bring it up through the canvas just as a resting thing and lay it on my needle minder. And then when I got done with the row, I would get it off my needle minder, take it down through the canvas and come back over here and go lay it right beside it, come up through the ground cloth and go back over to this side and go down and then pull it up. I had a very long piece, like 36 inches long. Come up from the up somewhere from the canvas, put it on a needle minder, wait until I would go back over this way. So you work from right to left, and that's how you worked. So so does everybody understand it now? That's how I did it.
See, and
Okay, what?
this is why I so enjoyed the conversation with Natalie, because I got to ask her questions about the techniques and how you go about those things, and it's fascinating, and you know it's not difficult. It's just you got to just take your time and be really careful with your tension and your
Mm,
positioning, and then it comes out. And that's I really enjoyed talking to her about it. But she's an expert. You know, she's done a ton of it, and so I was most curious what your experience was as a first time. And not too bad, other than it's just takes a lot of time.
It's, it takes a lot of time. I mean, I once I got the hang of it, it wasn't bad. Um, it's hard to work, you know. So bijou is what this row right here is long arm cross stitch, and it's worked with bijou, and bijou kind of sucks to work with because it's like that creanic. It's like creanic. It's like kind of uh
Has a mind of its own.
yeah, and so I don't really like the way some of these, and I'm thinking maybe I need to take this whole row out and do it again
Uh-huh.
because I don't like the way some of the stitches look. But then I'm looking at it from the side, and that's what makes when I look at it straight down, it looks good. But anyways, okay, did Linda? Okay,
Not here, and we've blown right by the first half hour too. How do we do that?
okay, sorry,
That's all right.
I don't know.
I just noticed that. So I got to switch over. So thanks to Needle and Haystack. Go check out those acrylic things that Kathy has. Very cool stuff. So go check those out. And so we make those go away, and then we have the EGA and EGA, like so. There we go. So the second half hour, sponsored by the Embroiders Guild of America, which is the group that got Vanna started on that little project right there. Yep, that was one of two projects you bought from the EGA, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, the class I was shocked. Okay, so somebody asked about the teacher, and so what you do is I paid my money, and
Always a good
I paid
start.
for yeah, I paid for my money, and I got my kit, and then you download the work. Now, I will say this: it was not very detailed in instruction, like how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to like kind of figure it out on my own, but I kind of knew a little bit from talking with Natalie, listening to her. And I did the other interview with her when you.
Yeah.
So, anyways.
Well, but they're also assuming you're working with a teacher, right?
Who is what?
In that class.
No, well, the teachers. No, I mean, you can ask her questions. It's a
That's what I mean.
correspondence.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
So you can ask her questions, but
I'm Vanna.
Kind of. I don't mean it. That sounds like I'm so nasty. But
I'm Vanna.
Like,
I'm not asking questions. I'm just gonna do it.
I don't know.
Get
I know
out
I'm
of
crazy.
my way. Just get out of my way.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I have really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. So now, yeah. So we both joined EGA because they have some cool stuff going on, and this is one of them. And then what was the other one you bought?
It's just a counted piece, Mexican tile.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's really nice one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that starts May 1st.
Okay.
Oh shit, that's when our. Oh shoot, Lena.
So much for our family show.
Sorry. Okay, so listen. So you work each row of gold with your silk couching one at a time. Yes, you do. Yeah, you can't go because the gold is like, it's like wire. So I mean, it doesn't lay. So you have to go one row at a time.
You have to control it the entire time.
Yeah, you have to mess with it. Vanna, the gold couching looks very hard to do. You are so much more advanced than me. No, I'm not. And do you feel it's hard? It's been hard. I don't think it's hard. I just think it's fiddly. Now then, I do have one thing to say. The gold wire is wrapped around. It has a cotton core, it looks like, or a silk core thread. It's wrapped around a thread. I would like to ask Natalie, how do you keep that from unraveling? Because I do have that problem. I did, and you can see white thread between some of the gold if you look like really close.
Oh, uh-huh. See, that's why I want to do that show, because I want to ask those kind of questions.
Yeah.
Because there's got to be ways. There are ways to prevent that from happening.
Which is band 3. Eamon, the band 3 is the long cross-stitch long arm right under the top gold, the band 2, which is the top of the basket, the gold basket. And it's the band 3, which is the long arm cross stitch, and then the black work, which is a running back stitch.
So this is we joined the EGA, and then this is our first experience already with the thing. So go Vanna.
I am really enjoying it. I've already set a reminder for the next counted. You ought to look at that one. The next counted needlepoint that they have is based on, registration starts July 1st, I think. And it's based on a stained glass window from Yosemite National Park that I saw when I was there.
Oh.
So it kind of has meaning for me, so I wanted to do that one.
Who is the designer? Some lady whose name you don't remember? Yeah.
No.
I just flipped my needle on the floor. No, I didn't either. I'll look at it right here. Ha ha ha. A designer person.
Okay, let's see, Vanna. What is the stitch that runs at both sides of the piece? It's gorgeous. This stitch right here, just the serpentine satin stitch.
Byzantine, right?
Yeah, Byzantine, whatever.
Yeah.
Byzantine.
Serpentine. You can go with serpentine.
Serpentine, Byzantine,
Whatever. One of those teen stitches
Yeah,
from the teen series.
that's right.
Yeah, and that's just a Threadworks over die.
Yeah. So the gold thread is not like gold pearl. No, it's like gold wire, like very thin gold wire. I don't have it here. I'd show you. It's like wire. It's like it's
Literally,
wire. Like
literally
yeah,
wire.
like
Yeah.
I mean, it's called gold wire, and that's what it's like. It's like wire. Okay. Laureen Salt.
Oh,
Laureen Salt is
love
the
her work. Love her work.
well. That's what the Yosemite. I'm gonna do that one. You would
Okay.
like it, Gary. It's in blues.
Is it? Oh, I got to check it out then, because I've never done one of her charts, but I tell you, when we did that show with her, I spent a lot of time staring at her stuff because it's just beautiful stuff. She really has a talent for it. What did I do? I screwed up. This is why you don't do Jessica's when you can't pay attention. Somewhere in here. Huh?
Fauna, what is your kit of Jesus and the Crown of Thorns? What do you mean, what is my kit? You mean, like, what is the name of the kit? Oh gosh, what was the name? It doesn't have a name, it just has a number. And it's by, I don't know. I can't think. That's been over a year ago. I can't think of what it is. Just put the face of Jesus in a Google and it'll come up, especially since I did it. There's like, it comes up like immediately. Okay, let's see, because there's been lots and lots and lots of people do it. It was by, it's a German company or a Russian company. Oh gosh. Let me see.
It'll come to you. It'll come to you, and you'll have it Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't want to think about it though. I don't want to have to remember one more thing.
Oh.
I have too much to think about. There's too much going on. Vervaco. Thank you, Julie from Pennsylvania. Yes, Vervaco.
Marilyn Evans, I can't do Jessica's when I am paying attention. Yeah. I know that feeling. Actually, I just didn't go one far enough. Back on track. I thought I was going to have to pull out the whole thing, but nope. Nope. They're not too bad once you get going.
Julia, we have we've interviewed Yvette Stanton a couple of times, haven't we?
Yes, and another one coming up soon, I hope.
Yeah. So yeah, we have seen it.
Yeah, there's at least two. I'm sure there's two shows with Yvette. Yes.
How would I rate this piece that I'm doing now as far as difficulty? I don't know, Gary. How do you rate this? I'm new, Muriel. So
I would say if you wanted to rate it, I would say medium, because once you get that center core done, and once you get the double fan doubles are the challenge. The rest of it's nothing.
But I think that really that's the challenge. The double fan doubles. I didn't think that was hard.
For most people who are not named Vanna, the double fan doubles are usually the challenge. The rest of the stuff is just fairly straightforward stitches and dealing with Kreinik.
Right.
Which can be irritating, but then once you get that done, there's nothing to the rest of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're doing now, that's just laying thread. That's no big deal.
No. I think that they kind of have to get used to like reading, because you don't think about holes when you're doing, or I don't. You have to think about threads when you're doing counted canvas. Is that what you think about?
I go back and forth, holes and threads. I'm not a good gauge of that.
I think as a cross stitcher, I have to count threads. But anyways, then the next question is how do you get used to holding a tool in your hand? But there's people already answering that, so whatever. I don't need to answer it.
Get used to holding a tool in your hand. Oh. I don't know. I just always have it.
I think that you have to just stitch with it and figure out how you can manipulate your needle and then manipulate how you can hold it in your hand and manipulate the needle and manipulate the.
Yeah. I usually have this laying tool in my hand, and I don't think about it. It's just always there.
Okay, let me see.
It's kind of my crutch. I just twisted the
Annie,
thread.
that's right. You can buy it, and we've said that several times. I think I always say it on my Instagram. Carol Lake has a website, and all of her patterns are there for purchase, either PDF or you can buy actual paper charts that
Right.
she'll send to you.
And Carol is an admin at Needlepoint Nation, so you can always connect with her there too.
Mm-hmm. And then, Vonna, are you still working at the quilt shop? Yeah, if my state was not under lockdown, I would be. But it is, and so no, I'm not right now. I've gone in a couple of times to do inventory and to do inventory. I think I did something wrong.
You did something wrong?
Yeah, I did.
I finally did flip my needle on the floor. Pretty proud of that. Tried 3 times. Finally had success.
Oh, well, I'm going to have to rip that out. Oh, well, I'll do that later. But anyways, there you go. Muriel has another question. I have no idea how to answer it because I don't have the chart. Is the piece that we are going to do in July beginner friendly?
No. Honestly, no, it is not. But it is quite doable by anyone because the instructions are so good. Most people would consider it a fairly advanced counted chart piece, but I think that, just from my experience, the Debbie Rowley instruction factor makes it approachable by anyone. I don't think even her advanced stuff, I do not think are that difficult because her instructions are so clear, and you're doing the same kinds of stitches, road stitches and Jessica's and Walnettos and that kind of stuff multiple times. So once you get one down, it's pretty straightforward after that. So most people would consider most of Debbie's stuff advanced, but I think it's advanced, but with the caveat that the instructions are so good, anybody can do them. There's just like this is a Debbie Rowley piece here, and I'm making all kinds of Jessicas, but she shows you in the thing where to put your needle and pick it up every time, and once you do a couple of these things, then you just don't look back. So, and they go pretty fast. So, no, so yeah, that's it's kind of a mixed. Yes, maybe it could be possibly, but not really. I think it's quite doable. If I didn't think it was quite doable, we wouldn't be doing that stitch along. But I think it is doable, and we'll have plenty of help. Vaughn and I, and then Debbie will be chiming in to help out and you'll discover that the stuff is just not that tough. It just looks tough. It looks really complicated, and it's just not. A lot of it is basically Gene Hilton string art, and
But if I think that it's important to note that if you've never done one, I think that it would behoove you to do like a one. You can get one done between now and July 1st if you do like a Nancy's needle or something like that, just to get used to reading the charts or
yeah,
doing a, you know what I mean, or something.
and,
But
yeah,
anyways, go ahead.
and there are all kinds of free ones. If you go to Debbie's website and just get on her mailing list, you can download a beautiful little 4 by 4 inch chart for free and
Mm.
work on that. Yeah, there's plenty. There's a ton of free stuff available from designers that you can use to practice. But yeah, I don't no, I don't think any of this stuff is hard. Um, it takes like you got to pay attention till you get the hang of it. But like even doing these Jessicas, I mean, it's just going around a circle, putting the needle in a hole, and making sure it doesn't get sloppy. And it's just not hard. I mean, the only thing about Jessica's is what I'm coming up to right now, which is when you get all the way around, you got to start going underneath. But
Okay, so
that's not
now
hard.
then, question is that I'm somebody said something about our dominant hands, and uh my dominant hand is underneath. I'm right-handed. Gary's left-handed, so that's why it looks like he's using the wrong hand. It's because he's left-handed and I'm right-handed, so that's the deal. Because
Yes,
your right hand's on the top, correct?
normally. I mean, with doing this, it's different. It's not the same. But yeah, normally, yes, correct. Because I am
Okay,
left-handed.
so now then, people are asking why did we join? What does an EJ? What is a? I don't know what the word was that she used. Was basically what does being an EJ member gain you? Okay, I'm going to speak and then you can speak. Okay, why I joined the EGA? First of all, they've got their act together on their website. I noticed when they asked to sponsor us, I started looking, and they have a lot of distance learning or online classes or what they call lightning rounds, correspondence courses, and stuff like that. That has a lot of it has a lot of good content for people that want to learn stuff, want to learn like new techniques like that gold work stuff. And they had a hard anger one and all kinds of stuff. So, anyways, I joined because of that. I rejoined because of that one. I had been a member at an EGA at a local chapter, well, kind of local chapter to me. And I went to a couple of meetings, and I did not like the environment. There were several very nice ladies there, very nice, genteel ladies there, but there were some that just did not make it for me pleasant, conducive to learning or feeling like I was an equal, I guess. And so I stopped. A couple last year I did not join, and I had joined like 5 years before then. Anyways, basically did it to ghost a class, and then I just kept on doing it because I thought, well, I cross stitch, I'll just be an EGA member. And you get a really nice magazine, but out of it too, you get a really nice magazine every month. Anyways, didn't I did it, and I didn't enjoy the chapter that I had. So then I decided when they asked to sponsor us, part of the thing is when somebody sponsors us, we have to like study them. So I went to the EGA website and I studied what they had, and their website has become fantastic. It really is fantastic. It's a lot of information. You can borrow as a member. You can borrow books from their headquarters. You can get in all the classes. Any class that you want to get into, you can get into online. They have stitch alongs. You get this magazine every month. there's lots of benefits. I chose to join and be a member at large, which means I don't belong to a chapter. However, there are chapters that are online that you can belong to, but I just like to that makes me sound down. This makes me sound antisocial, but I just my life has so much with other people that I prefer to just be kind of by myself. And then that way there's just, I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. And so I chose to be a member at large just so that I could do it on my own time and I didn't have to drive an hour or 2 hours to get to a chapter meeting or anything like that. I mean, you can join and get in a Cyber Stitchers is one of the big online chapters, and I think other chapters will even let you join as an online. Some chapters that meet physically in a region will let you be an online member of their chapter, will accept you as that, so you can but I don't do that. Each chapter has they'll have some of them will hold ask special designers to come and do it. And anyways, that large was for me. And that helps me, do what I want to do when I want to do it, but yet have the benefits of a member. Okay, Gary, you go.
Well, all of those things. And then for me, it was the breadth of needlework techniques that are available
Yeah.
through that. All the from needlepoint, charted canvas, all the way to gold work. You pretty much you name it. But I really, and I got sucked in on that website. I mean, they really have done a good job, and so much of it, the vast majority of it is accessible to anyone, and you don't have to be a member, and you can really explore what they have. And I enjoyed that. And then for me, it was the member at large was very appealing because I'm a member of the Fox chapter of the American Needlepoint Guild, and I just love that chapter. I mean, it's a tremendous group of people, and they have great programs and everything. But my life just doesn't let me go to enough of the meetings, and I go when I can, but it's just tough for me. So I did not need another set of meetings to go to, and so being able to go to be a member at large and have access to all of those things and all the different techniques, and if you look at the teachers that they have, I mean, they are all top flight teachers, and so many different projects that I just really felt immediately like that was an organization that I could benefit from, and that I would get value for my $50 a year.
Right.
I really did. I felt well, we both joined for 2 years, so we both spent $98. But I just immediately felt like, hey, I can get value out of my money, and
right.
So for me, it was just sign me up, and I haven't. Now you jumped right in and got yourself in a class, and I have not done that, but I'm pretty sure I will, because there's so many things that interested me right out of the gate that I'm pretty sure I will. But I was just impressed all the way around with what they have going on.
Yeah, I was too. And it's not that there's been several people here that have said that they joined the EGA class, chapter, and that was the best thing for them, and they've made friends for life. And I just, I know that I sound like a grouch, but I just would like to say that every chapter has a different flavor, and the flavor of mine was not for me. If I wanted to feel bad about myself and that I wasn't good enough and stuff, well, then I could have joined and would have fit right in. But that was just not for me. And and I agree with Gary. The amount of breadth and scope of what they offer class online wise is fantastic. I mean, it's not just like cross stitch or anything like that. It's pretty in-depth stuff. And then they even have making, one of them coming up, one of the classes coming up was making a needle nest out of yarn and stuff. They have that as a class. And the classes aren't very expensive either. I don't think that they
No,
are.
that's a good point. Yeah, I did not feel like they were horribly expensive. Like, oh, geez, do I really want to do this?
Do this, yeah.
No, no,
No,
not at
I don't
all.
think they were. No, I didn't
No,
either.
no, I just, yeah, I was just impressed. And like I said last time that we talked about this, it wasn't because they decided to sponsor Fiber Talk shows. It was because I'm not really much of a joiner, and this just it just hit on all cylinders for me. So,
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
hey, check it out. Got it.
Yeah, definitely.
Got it.
Yeah. I know that there's been several people again saying that that they've, joined and that they've made lifelong friends. And that is honest. That is very true. Very true. And it's a fantastic thing. I feel like people here are my EGA chapter and I can do these are my friends. These are my people that come on here and stitch with me and I can talk freely and stuff like that. I don't need that kind of at a meeting. I can have it here in the privacy of my own home. So it's whatever type of person you are, I think.
Yep.
Teal, I wonder if we went to the same chapter. No, but you're up in Fort Wayne. So no, we didn't. But yeah, I hear you. Exactly. And that's what happened to me. Okay, so there you go.
Yep. That
I really do like it.
people talking about chapter events getting canceled, man, that's just getting to be. I mean, I think people are just saying just cancel it and be done with it. But so much planning and work going into all these events, that, not just needlework events, but all the way around that are just having to be shut down, and it's too bad. And for needlework events, a lot of people, that's uh, their one annual outing of the year, and then it just gets shut down. It's really a shame, but better that than getting sick with that garbage. So,
Susan, I think I know which one you're talking about. I think we'll talk about that later via email.
oh my, oh
Oh,
my,
shoot. But anyways, no, I really do. And I'm excited to see because a lot of the correspondence courses, like the Princess and the Pea, the one that I had showed you that one night and said I'm going to join that,
right,
and then
yeah. And then you
found
didn't,
the other
yeah.
one. Yeah. Um, a lot of those end May 31st, and so they'll put new ones up. I can't wait to see what the new ones are. I guess
Yeah.
I could look in the magazine that they send. Have you gotten your magazine yet?
No, no, no.
But see, I signed up long before you, I think, didn't I?
About 4 days.
Oh, not.
Ages before me. You were so ahead of the curve on it, just so ahead of the curve that, yeah, I just came dragging in at the end. Yeah, 4 days, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ah,
yeah,
I tell
yeah.
you.
You're cutting edge in your mind. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I know, right? I know. I am.
Yeah, you
Cutting
are.
edge.
You're right out there, right out there. Just ask you.
Just ask me. I'll tell you all
That's
about it.
right. That's right. uh, uh,
Marilyn Evans said, Gary and Bonham, when you come to Phoenix, you can come hang out with the Starlight Stitchers, EGA, and we'll treat you special.
okay. In
All
Phoenix?
right.
In Phoenix?
Yeah.
Well, because I'll be there. If things go well, I'll be there for a month here coming up. So
Mm-hmm.
that would be fun.
Okay, let's see. Wasn't hard, just fiddly. Okay, I think. Yeah, the Monami piece was a freebie. You're right. I'm not getting very much done tonight. I'm talking too much. That's okay. Crafts enthusiasts, you just have to just Google it. Mon Ami Pierre Songbird. We have a group of friends here. We have a group of friends here that we do it. This is our group of friends. Don't you agree, Gary?
I think so. Well, somebody mentioned way back at the beginning of the show that how much they were enjoying it, and they hoped we would continue this after the lockdown. Yeah, we haven't talked about it much, Vaughn and I. I think. I mean, I'm willing to continue. I think we need to cut back at least tonight.
Yes. I don't think just one night. I think it needs to be like, maybe let's consider like one time a week, maybe twice a week. I mean, it's hard to, with a family, it's hard to like juggle everything, keep all my balls in the air.
Yeah, that. But yeah, we're going to continue in some form. Yes, because we enjoy it. This current schedule is healthy because we're four shows a week. This 4 night shows a week. This plus the 2 podcasts is a lot. So I think we're going to continue, but we just have to talk about how much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kristen Kennedy also said that there's an EGA Stitch Along page, Facebook page, and they do small projects. A lot of the projects, I belong to that, Kristen, too, as well. And I noticed that a lot of the one that was for, I think this much is just the Stitch and Be Well projects, but the month before was one of the small bookmark things, and that was in the Needle Arts magazine. So I saw that, and it is a very nice group, very inspirational group as well. Fiber Talk EGA, easygoing and awesome. That's right, Phil. We sure are. Yeah, easygoing and awesome. That's awesome. That's funny. We need a Fiber Talk EGA, easygoing and awesome. We need a t-shirt that says that.
So get your holy smoke, get your emails in to be in on the drawing. Check out the t-shirts and needle minders. Appreciate everybody who has purchased t-shirts and are buying needle minders along with that. Really appreciate that. Check those out at the shop page at wetalkfiber.com. Get your emails in for the drawing. Get to Sassy Jacks for Hannah Longstreth if you want to join us on May 1 for that, and Debbie Rowley Kit if you want to join us on July 5 for that. Don't be intimidated by that. I'm always hesitant. People say how hard it is to say because don't be hesitant. There'll be all kinds of help. If you want to dive into that Debbie Rowley thing, there'll be all kinds of help. You won't be hanging out there at all. You'll have plenty of help, and feel free to write. I mean, Debbie Rowley always is ready to help people succeed with her charts. Believe me, I'm more than happy to help myself. We'll do whatever it takes so that people can have success with that thing. But 15% off the kits for both of those at Sassy Jacks, so be sure and take advantage of that. And Mother's Day, remember to register now to be eligible to win prizes on Mother's Day. You got to go to wetalkfiber.com/quarters and register, fill in your name and address and everything on that form. It's just a simple Google form, but you have to do that to get in because that's the best way we can figure now to simplify that whole drawing thing when we have a whole lot of people and are trying to do things quickly and fairly. And then also, I did put the the artwork on the website with a link to download it. And so if anybody is willing, would appreciate sharing the artwork and the note and about the Mother's Day event with your various channels. Would really appreciate that. It would be fantastic if we had hit 1,000 at some point again on Mother's Day, and then get your friends together, set up little competitions. Join us for the competitive, stitch your brains out part. It'll be fun. Or for me, frustrating because I won't be able to keep up. But
yeah. Somebody said, did I join the Cyber Stitchers? Okay, the online chapter. No, I did not. Now then, I want to frame this, and what I was saying about joining as an at-large member. I meant this in a positive way, not in a negative way. And the reason that I meant that is that my experience with the chapter wasn't positive, and then therefore I kind of gave up, and I didn't realize that there is an option. And that's why I was pleasantly surprised. So if a chapter isn't your deal, what a wonderful opportunity to be at large. That's what my positive spin was.
yes,
I hope it came off like that way. Okay, are we calling this tonight?
Sure. We can.
I would have to start another thread, and I don't want to start another thread.
Okay. Then let's call it a night so you don't have to start another thread. How about that?
Yeah, Royal Garden is the name. I bet everybody else answered that.
Yes.
Anything else? Can't see 45
nope.
cutting tears.
Okay,
I'm super thankful. Okay. Oh, sorry.
What?
I was reading what the next this Cheryl wrote this the nice thing. I'm super thankful for this group. I'm considered essential, and it's been busy, so these stitching hours are a welcome distraction. Thank you, Gary and Vonna. There you go. All right. Thank you, Gary and Vonna. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary, for bringing us all together.
More than welcome. It's fun. It's good. No,
yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, especially when everybody's slammed in their homes. It's great to be able to do this kind of thing, give people a chance to take their mind off of things. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's what. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, next time I see you, I hope this is done. No. Psych. I'm being...
I'll be impressed. Okay, so we're... All right, so we're back Wednesday night. Get your emails in quick. We're back Wednesday night. Vonna and I have the Wednesday show, which, Vonna, we got to figure out when we're going to record that. The Wednesday podcast, and then we'll be back Wednesday night for more Quarantine Stitch Hour. Get your kits at Sassy Jack's. Thanks to Needle in a Haystack and Embroiderers Guild of America. Check that out. Consider joining. Yeah, I think it's worth it. And
I thought about this. Okay, I'm interrupting you again, but I have thought about this. They have group lessons. What if Fiber Talk had a group class with the EGA?
Oh.
Did you ever think about that?
No, not till now.
There we go.
Why don't
join the EGA?
Why don't I ponder that in my heart? How about that, Vonna?
Yeah, ponder it in your heart. and then we'll think about it sometime after we do our other 1,000th that Saturday.
Yeah. Once we get all the other 1,000 things out of the way. That might be fun, though. We'll have to take a look.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, you done cooking up things for us to do? Is that all you got tonight? Yeah, you're finished?
I'm done.
All right.
I'm done. Okay.
All right, thanks, everybody. Appreciate you joining us. See you Wednesday night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Vonna.